Like I got something better to do.
You guys busy playing? All right, here we go.
Okay, it's like.
All right, welcome to the Let It Fly show. I'm Michael Severe with my very verbose colleague and co-host Josh Jones, of course, from Creighton University and Central High School.
Yes,
man,
sir.
what's up, man?
Man, Father's Day, bro. Happy Father's Day.
Oh,
by
happy
the way,
Father's Day, man.
Yeah,
No
I gotta
doubt.
give
Yeah, we
that
went to
to
go
you.
see Spider-Man into the multiverse.
You know what I went to go see?
You slept
Stars.
because you slept in because you
Yeah.
you were partying last night.
Yeah,
man.
I did.
Yeah, I'm a 53-year-old father of two.
Yeah.
You're a
34.
34-year-old father
33,
of
I'll
one.
be 34.
You get out.
Yeah.
We don't get out. I go
Oh,
to
yeah.
bed. That's my get out. That's what I do.
feel
So
bad for when I do turn 53. I'm
Yeah.
probably still going to get out.
hey, man, that's cool. But over that time, your kid will be almost out of the house.
Yeah, right. No
So that's
doubt.
not bad. It's been a great College World Series
Hey,
so
man,
far,
yeah.
man. Only one game hasn't been decided by one run.
Right.
Think about that. You
I
got
know.
5 games.
I know. Starting with Oral Roberts winning the game.
That was
I
incredible.
knew he was in for a good one.
Yeah, you know, you
Yeah.
did. And you know, I follow Ben from Louisiana. I follow a little bit of LSU, and you watched them play yesterday.
Yeah.
And the guy on the mound, giant old pitcher, just throwing heat.
Yeah.
And the whole time, all they were talking about was what's he gonna do next going to the majors, right?
Right.
And I'm like, this is still a game.
Yeah.
It's only like
Yeah.
3-0. It's only like 3-0. And then he gives up a run. Then the 2-run home run. All of a sudden, it's 5-3. You're like, this is a
Right.
game. This is Tennessee. They
Yeah.
can play. But then LSU gets another home
Right,
run.
yeah.
Puts them away 6-3. But
Yeah.
and then again today, you get your first 2 in barbecue team
Yeah.
and UVA. They're going home.
Right.
But we got some more games tonight.
Yeah,
So
I think this College World Series was better. It's way more interesting than last year to me.
Oh yeah,
To
definitely.
me, it
Yeah.
is.
Well, I think
So,
it's great
yeah.
teams and
Yeah.
it's so competitive. So
Sure, man.
tonight you get Oral Roberts.
Yeah.
Which is fun and enjoy watching them.
They gonna win it all? Not gonna win.
No,
it?
man, they have the best fielding percentage, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's a chance.
Right.
But LSU's pretty loaded, not great pitching. I still think Wake Forest, with all that pitching,
yeah.
all that hitting,
Yeah.
they get out of the first game. I think it's Wake Forest.
I feel it.
Want to remind you again, if you want to buy a gift certificate for here at Let It Fly Sports Bar,
Yeah.
you pay $100
You get
and you get 125.
That's
So we
a
give
deal,
you a
bro.
bonus 25.
Yeah. How long is that going for?
I know for Father's Day, it was supposed to be all the way through the month of June.
Okay.
That's what I was told, all the way through the month of June.
Yeah.
You have a GC Let It Fly promo.
Okay.
That's the code you put in.
Yeah.
GC Let It Fly promo code. It gives you an extra $25.
Right.
So,
I don't see why we wouldn't
get
wanna
some
do
more
that, right?
drinks, get some more
Yeah,
food,
right, exactly.
get those crazy mozzarella sticks with
Yeah.
the pepperoni on
I
them.
know.
That's a joke, man.
I
It's crazy.
know.
All right, let's talk about our guest now. Dylan Travis joining us. Omaha native, went to Omaha Gross. He's a 3x3 player. The second,
Yeah.
what I saw, second best 3-on-3 player in the United States of America.
Oh yeah, I know.
Welcome, man. How you doing?
Appreciate you.
You already know. You know everybody that play
I
ball
know.
in town.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. I tell you, I met Dylan. I used to be the community center director at the Salvation
Yeah.
Army, and I'll let you correct me if I'm wrong. The best adult men's league in the state of Nebraska.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
The
for at least
best.
about 5 years.
Yeah.
Good
And
talent.
Dylan came in. He was like a unknown name to the. It doesn't matter what you did outside of it.
Yeah.
You had to hold it down in there. He held it down.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it, bro. Yeah.
Right now, across the country, pickleball is the hottest thing in the world.
This guy.
but literally, I'm saying, but like 5 years ago, when you started seeing more 3-on-3 or 3v3 or
I see what you're
3x3,
saying. I see what you're going.
that what it
Yeah.
going from where it started to where it is now, being in the Olympics and everything. I don't think a sport's ever grown as fast.
Yeah, it's huge. In Europe, Asia, Middle East,
Mhm.
out there, it's huge. It's starting to catch, some wind here. So it's nice
Yeah.
to see it, grow a little bit in the States.
How'd you get into I mean, it's been hoop it up since we were kids.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, sure.
But how'd you get not to necessarily where you at, but how'd you get started in three ball?
With 3-ball on accident, honestly. I was supposed to go
Wow.
back to
Yeah.
Australia, to play normal 5-on-5 basketball
Right.
in 2020, and then
Yeah.
COVID shut down the season. So I started teaching, just I needed a job and whatnot. So
Right.
then my buddy Trey Barsley,
Okay.
who I went to high school with, was playing with Mike Ranovic,
Yeah.
who you know.
Yeah.
He does the 3-ball organization, and he's just like, do you want to play in some local
Yeah.
tournaments in Chicago, LA,
Right.
low amount of money?
Did
but-
it seem like surreal, like a Ponzi scheme in the beginning?
You
Like the
know,
way you sounded, if somebody came to me like that,
Right.
it got to be a
And we're
cut.
going
It
to
was
be in
all
the
paid
Olympics
for.
too.
Yeah, right.
it was all paid for, so I was like, yeah, I'm cool to, I'll go on a weekend in
Yeah,
Chicago and
no
play.
doubt.
And just slowly started getting bigger, and we started getting in tournaments around the world.
Wow.
And Team USA came calling, so
Right.
now I'm playing with them. And,
Yeah.
hopefully Paris is a
Yeah.
opportunity for me.
Is it
So
true that I want to say Omaha, or is it the state of Nebraska, has like top 10, top 12 ranked three ball team in America?
yeah, I mean, last year we finished.
Or is it world? What's
in the world? Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
yeah, last year we finished 9th in the world.
Dang.
We started at like 80th place. If you look at the standings, when we made the finals in Abu Dhabi, and
Wow.
so it was kind of like a Cinderella run for us. It was
Yeah.
it was good. So Omaha is a really good team. They still have a team this year. Me and Malik left though, so maybe in the future we'll come back. But, had to do what's best for us, but maybe one day we'll come back.
Dylan Travis joining us here on Let It Fly show. Let's go back before that. So I mentioned you were a Gross Cougar. You grew up kind of in that area of town.
Yep, South Omaha. Yes, sir.
Where were you hooping when you weren't what park did you go to? Where were you hooping before high school?
Croc Center mostly.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Croc Center.
Yeah.
I forget, man. You're young, man. I remember I was there for the day the Croc Center opened.
Yeah,
I remember the groundbreaking and the ribbon cutting.
I played in the Croc Center league.
Yeah, that was a great facility, but they built it
still
there.
is.
So no doubt. So you play there, you end up going to Gross. Tell us that story about you ended up going to Gross Catholic.
Yeah, just my best friend at the time was going there. It was between Gross or Prep.
Mm-hmm.
I was a Catholic school kid growing up, Holy Cross, so it was between those two.
Yeah,
and just chose Gross because honestly, my best friend was going there. It was nothing with basketball or anything.
Right.
Looking back, probably should have played Class A, more respect. What I mean?
No doubt.
Because I put up numbers Class B, but it was always like, oh, it's Class
B.
But
right.
But I feel like I would have done the same Class A. But whatever. It was good, and I love Coach Powers and the people there, and the values that Gross had. So it was a good community.
So from a statistical standpoint, and you're by far one of the most humble people. Can you throw some stats out from what you did at Gross all time? Is there any big record? It's all right.
I'm the all-time leading scorer there. Brought us to state for the first time since 99. It was first team Super State my senior year with all the Class A dudes.
Right.
So it was good. I had a good career. Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's awesome. And then you go to Midland for a year, right? And then from that point, what was your plan to try to get to as close as you could to the bigger level?
Yeah, I just always wanted to play somewhere warm, like tropical, since a young age.
I feel you.
And I wasn't highly recruited out of Gross. Everyone else that was first team Super State was like Okoye is going to Georgetown.
Yeah.
Mike Gazelle's going to Iowa, and I go to any high school.
Right.
So, I transferred. I went to a JUCO, had a good year at Iowa Central in Fort Dodge, Iowa for Coach Pilcher, and then went to Florida Southern for my last 2 years of college.
And
so
you finally got somewhere
warm.
You did pretty well there.
Yeah, we won the national championship my first year, and then had a good senior year.
Time.
And then that got me kind of overseas or whatnot. So
he's kind of like the Mario Chalmers, man, of Omaha. You just end up in good situations and just win everywhere you go.
It's wild. It's been a blessing. I don't know. It's been a wild ride, like so many different stops. But
that means he's good.
Yeah, no, he's good. I'm telling you.
That means you're good if you end up going places and always working out. So what was like playing overseas? Because so many guys that we know have done that for a few years, did it, maybe were a little homesick and that kind of thing when they went over. What was it like for you?
My first year I signed in Germany. So, I was 23 playing in Germany. I was the only American on the team. So it was a big culture shock.
Another win.
They lost their share. 2 big ones.
It was wild, man. It was a big culture shock. I was a click of the mouse away from coming home 3 separate times.
Yeah, I've heard that.
My family, kind of talked me through it, and it worked out. We won the league and we moved up the next year. There's promotion and relegation out there, like soccer. So it was good. And I went my second year in Germany. I got hurt, and then I came home because of my injury. They cut me. It was cutthroat, and then that got me to Australia for my last 2 years of 5-on-5.
Wow. So,
and that's good basketball.
Yeah,
right. You're a lot of good. I mean, in terms of the level of playing over there, it's pretty high.
It was a good level. I never cracked a top league like Euro League. I was a small college. I was D2. So
for sure.
I had to get my foot in the door.
Right.
So but it was still a good league, good competition.
Yeah. I was going to ask, you played 5-on-5. Always going to have a love for that, but now you play 3x3. What's better?
Man, that's
I know for the fans.
I'm just trying to show you how competitively fun 3x3.
Yeah, it's awesome. It fits my game well because you have to be super IQ. You have to play defense.
Right.
You have to know how to I'm setting screens sometimes as a 6'2" guard.
Right.
So you have to be rolling. Just super cerebral the way 3x3 is. So I love it, but I miss coming down in transition, man. There's no transition. In 3x3, but it's physical. I love it. So I'm in a good spot right now.
Go ahead. You got I was gonna say you love playing ball, right? The stuff happens in Australia. They shut the country down for COVID. I mean, you could not go in Australia at all. And all of a sudden, your basketball career kind of is over for a minute.
Yeah.
What was that feeling like getting the job at Westside and stuff?
Yeah, I retired. I was done. I was done with basketball. I was gonna play at the Sal and be happy with that. Good basketball, play once a week, and and then just. I got hooked up with Coach Simons at Westside through a buddy of mine and started coaching for him and, got my special education degree done online and then worked there for the last 3 years and coached there. And then now I just recently quit that job and pursuing basketball full time for the Olympics, hopefully. So, so it's back to full time, getting my body right.
Back to what you was on in the beginning.
Yeah. So it's wild, just in a roundabout way. Now I'm back to full-time hoops again.
Jimmer Fredette.
Yeah.
He's your teammate.
Yep.
So my Jimmer Fredette story is we played against him, Creighton against BYU.
There. I remember watching.
He turned the ball over a lot that day.
Hello. No, I'm playing.
He's a little loose with his handle too. He helped out. Okay,
but the thing is this. This is my honest question about it. You play with a guy like that was sensational. I know sometimes you kind of reflect in awe on what he did when he was a collegiate player. Yeah. We know that the professional aspect is very hard. Like, how is he as a person? You know, with the media attention that he has had and how it's followed him to now. Kind of talk about him.
He's the best guy ever. Like for him to go from what he did at BYU to the NBA being a top 10 pick to what he did in China. And now he's 3x3 with me.
Right.
And, he's just a sponge. He's asking me about the game because 3x3 is different than 5-on-5. Sure. There's like little things that you can get away with in 3x3 that you can't in 5-on-5. So he's asking me, about the game. How can he learn? And for a top 10 draft pick to ask, guys like me about that, like it says a lot about him. And he's just the nicest guy. Like, I stayed a couple nights at his house and we had a training camp in Denver.
Nice.
So super nice family. And I mean, he played a hell of a World Cup the past week in Vienna. Yeah. I mean, he's the leading scorer and just doing Jimmer things.
Yeah.
So he's still got game.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you have a nickname in high school or in college?
Me?
Yeah.
In college, people just call me Jonesy, man.
Okay, Jonesy. Matt, you have a nickname?
In Omaha. No, I'm playing. I was going to say a joke.
Phil, you got a nickname? Phil. They call you just Phil? Phil. Isaac Traudt will be on the ball. You got a nickname, Isaac? This dude's nickname is the real deal. No matter what your nickname is, his nickname is better.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, obviously, Holyfield has it, but when you're the real deal, that means somebody looked at him and went, "Oh yeah,
it's
real deal."
It's based off of underestimation, and then when you see him play, you find out how competitive he is. You find out how actually talented he is.
Yeah,
you're like, man, this dude for real. Real deal.
Who gave it to you?
That. The Kyle Montgomery, the voice, he does all the 3x3 commentating.
Yeah.
So he gives nicknames to certain people sometimes.
Nice,
so
for sure.
Yeah, he didn't know. He was like that kid looks like he all right, and then like half of the game was like,
no doubt.
He real deal.
That's cool to me. Kind of talk about for the fans out there who don't know. Break down. I know 3-ball is his own entity, but 3x3. Like break down the rules. How does the games play?
Yeah, so it's a 10-minute game. You play to 21 by 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
If
how far is the 3 out? Is it 21 feet? What is it? How far is 3 out?
It's like the European.
Okay,
European
so it's in between the NBA and college.
It's like it's a foot in between.
Yeah.
From the NBA line. And it's just like if we're on opposite teams, if I make a basket, you get it out the net. You can dribble it past the 3-point line. And pass it.
Yeah.
So you think of the old Hoop It Up or like Ice Cube's league, like it's not like that at all. Like because they check it up after every make.
Yeah.
Like, that's the lazy. It's. I don't know if those guys could play the FIBA 3x3.
Right. You guys don't stop.
Is it time and score? So first to a number or before expiration?
First to 21 or first until the time goes out. 12-second shot clock, so it's super fast pace.
Wow, you got me in shape, bro.
So I try to tell people you have to be in better shape to play 3x3 than 5-on-5.
Right.
5-on-5, I can make a shot, jog back, get my guy I make a shot in 3x3. I'm straight in the defense, ball screen.
Because I might just catch and shoot right out the net. Wow,
it's tiring, man. Like people think half court is easy. It's harder. It's
build the perfect team for me. What's the perfect 3? Are you looking for? You want to have somebody who can really handle everybody? Do you need a guy who's got some size? What do you need for the perfect?
Yeah, everyone's got to handle. Like even the bigs. If you can't dribble, it's not good for you. You got to be able to dribble, pass, shoot. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got to be able to play defense because it's so physical. You're on an island sometimes.
Sure.
So I think like a mix of guys that want to play defense, got to be able to shoot, pass, got to have some size because it's so physical. So yeah.
So how do these teams always get mixed up? Sometimes I see you with a roster, then I see new guys, but then I hear things about points to get you on a different team. What's that about?
Yeah, so like 3-ball Omaha with Mike. That's its own separate pro team that plays in the FIBA 3x3 league. So we had our Omaha team.
Right.
And then this year came along and Team USA offered me a spot.
Yeah.
So I'm with Team Miami
from
with
watching
Jimmer.
You play? That's how you just recruiting.
Basically. Yeah, right. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Recruiting and points help too. Like, you get points based off how you do at each tournament, So, there's teams all around the world. Like Malik, who's from Omaha, he just signed to a team in Saudi Arabia.
Right? I said it right.
Yeah. So it's crazy just how big 3x3 is, like the league actually. And just no one really knows about it here, but it's fascinating.
Yeah, that's not good. So, and we talking Olympics.
It's an Olympic sport.
It has to be known out here. I mean, let it fly. I mean, we should have something, in the
hanging for that. Yeah,
something. Yeah.
So
what's a big deal?
What's next for you? You're getting ready to go on quite the trip.
Yeah. Tomorrow I leave for France. We have a tournament out there. and then go to China from there.
Yeah.
And then back to Kosovo, and then Switzerland. So it's a 4-week trip. Tournaments all over. So
I got one more.
Yeah.
What's the steps to get to the Olympics?
Yep.
Like,
so
and when and would it be the upcoming Olympics?
Yeah, in Paris. I think that's in August 2024.
Yep.
So we just played in the World Cup.
The historic one too.
Dang.
Yeah. We played in the World Cup, so we finished silver there. So that gets us in the OQT, the Olympic qualifying tournament.
Right.
So us and I think 9-10 other teams will play in that to get in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then there's also like an automatic bid for like how many points your country has. So like I get points for playing in a tournament. Malik gets points for playing in a tournament, and that all goes towards us individually, but also as a country as a whole.
Towards the representation as a country. Dang.
So we're playing in all these tournaments around the world. I'm getting points for myself, for our country.
Right.
People from Serbia, Japan, whoever, they're getting their own points for themselves in their country. So then the top 3 get an automatic spot in the Olympics.
That's awesome. There's nothing objective about it. There's nobody going, well, I like that guy more, or I played with that guy, or he played with somebody.
You got a ball.
It's all how you do.
You got to be the real deal. Yes, sir.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Well, we appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time.
Big time, man.
Yeah, man. Congratulations on everything, and good luck. And I hope all those flights don't take away your legs, man. Because I know when you fly for a couple days,
I was thinking that in my head, like,
you got to turn around and play again.
Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of the grind, man. You get there, you get a day of rest, and you play and fly out to the next spot. So
that's great.
It's a grind, but get to see the world.
I hear that. Nothing wrong with that.
Make some money playing basketball.
And keep playing ball. Exactly. Dylan, we appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
All right, man.
Dylan Travis, 3x3. That's pretty awesome.
It is, man. I think it needs to be a league that's on TV.
Oh,
just
sure.
like the NBA.
I completely agree.
It
probably will be.
I know Ice Cube got his thing.
Yeah, the big ball, the 3 ball.
But that's more of a nostalgia fandom.
Sure.
See your legends play.
Watching Allen Iverson play a couple years ago. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say real basketball.
Yeah.
This is like still legit youth basketball.
It is, no doubt about it. Speaking of real basketball, big man from Creighton University joining us here, of course, former University of Virginia and out of Grand Island, Isaac Traudt joining us. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, man. How's the transition been for you?
It's been really awesome.
You home?
Right? I mean, can't beat that, obviously.
Yeah.
It's been great. Everybody's been really welcoming.
Yeah.
And I just love the culture here. Style of play, everything. It's been perfect.
So how was it out of high school? Creighton offered you?
Yes.
Why you didn't stay?
You
can keep it real, bro. It's just us here.
I kind of just wanted to get out of my comfort zone a little bit
and
try something new. Virginia, I thought was a great fit at first, and then I just really liked the coaches there too. So I felt comfortable with that decision. But then after the year went on, I just wanted to be back home.
Right.
So I don't regret that decision.
No,
I learned a lot, as a person and as a player.
Yeah.
So overall, I think it'll benefit me, especially because I redshirted, didn't lose any eligibility.
No, right.
But yeah, being back home is where I belong for sure.
How much was it homesickness? How much was it? You're redshirt and you're obviously not playing, so you're a little bit away from the team. What was the big feeling like?
A lot of it was I wanted to be home. It wasn't necessarily like a homesickness feeling. It was more just like, that's where I'm going to be happiest. That's where I love it the most. I think a lot of people are like that. And I just value like my family and everybody so much. And then basketball wise, it's a really good fit for me too. And academics, everything. I mean, it's just the perfect fit, I feel like. And it took a year of me being away for me to realize that.
Even if it was going well, I mean, I talked to Jordan Ball a couple of days ago. Yeah, she's winning national champions with Oklahoma. Still wanted to be by her family. Wanted to be.
I feel it.
Being home. Yeah,
you made the right choice.
Yeah, for sure.
Not to bring the energy down, but the shooting that happened. Was that?
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah,
you was there.
Yep.
What was the campus like? How did that affect you? How did that affect your peers and the city and all that type of stuff?
It was tough. I mean, we were supposed to have a game the next day, and that got canceled, obviously. We kind of had a meeting at coach's house, and what really hit me was a lot of my teammates were really close with those guys that passed away.
Wow.
Like really good friends, knew them throughout college. So it was a very sad day, especially obviously for all the families that were affected. But I would say that whole next week, there was police every single stop you could look at on campus, just like they just really locked down security. And it took a while for it to feel normal again. I don't know if it ever quite did, but it took some time.
Man.
Yeah. Let's go back to high school and playing in high school. Talk about your growth as a player. When you started, when you got there to where you left, where'd you grow the most, you think?
Well, vertically, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, size-wise.
I wasn't that good, but I grew though.
My freshman year, I was like 6'2" and weighed like 170 pounds. So I was mostly on the JV squad, which was good for me because I obviously wanted to come in and play varsity.
Yeah, you didn't feel no type of way?
No, I understood it because I wasn't good enough to play varsity yet.
Okay.
And then my sophomore year, I grew to like 6'8", and I was still okay. I mean, I was just really, really, really thin. And then my junior, senior year, I was able to put on some muscle, which really took my game to where it needed to be to play college, really, because it's obviously so physical. So I would just say it was like a slow growth throughout the 4 years. But skill-wise, I was always pretty solid, like especially in middle school too. Like I was more of a guard, so I could, dribble, shoot, and all that. But I would just say like growing and getting stronger is what really elevated my game throughout high school.
What Virginia recruit you as? Like, I know you said you got guard skill. I mean, probably a 4. Yeah. But they expect you just to like come in and shoot it and rebound, or what was your role going to be?
It was probably going to be kind of like you said, shoot, rebound, play defense. Yeah. With their style of play, the bigs don't have as much freedom to bring the ball up and be the ball handler, obviously, like they do here at Creighton. Yeah. Which is a good thing for me because I like to have the ball in my hands a little bit. But yeah, they just kind of saw me as like a stretch 4 man.
So was Creighton, was it more so like the style of offense, or I'll say this different, was it more coming back home versus the style of offense, or where else could you have went aside from Creighton?
Would you look anywhere else?
Not really. No, I really wanted to be here because I was really between Virginia and Creighton out of high school anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I kind of already had that relationship with everybody on the staff and a lot of the players too. And I just watched them throughout the year, love the way they play. So I'd say like most of it was wanting to be home, obviously, but I do love their style of play. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You're stepping in, Isaac Traudt joining us here on Let It Fly Show. You're stepping into a team that's still kind of together. I mean, you had a couple guys leave, but you still have that core there. How have you kind of brought yourself into that? Stephen Ashworth coming in, some of the other young guys. How have you guys kind of trying to build a team this summer?
Yeah, I mean, it's been nice that there's other new guys because it'd be really hard coming in and being like the only new guy, having to learn all this new stuff. Sure. So it's still a learning curve no matter where you go. Like you go to a new school, everybody does things differently. Yeah. So it's been good to like learn along with, the freshmen and the other transfers. Yeah. And, the older guys have been great helping us out doing that.
Any talks with Coach Mack, like expectation? I mean, I know you're a new guy. You did redshirt, so it could kind of be like no guarantee. But then again, though, maybe because we need a position like yours as a university, you can be expected. So does he have any type of expectations for you to play right away? Or you got Jason Green from Millard North, you got a few guys. Like what's
Jonathan Lawson transferring?
There you go. Yeah. So what's the scenario like for you?
I mean, he didn't promise anything, which I appreciated. Because some schools probably promise minutes and they don't.
Yeah, and that's why some people would transfer.
Yeah, they show up and they don't, they don't get those minutes. Right. But he said, if I'm ready, I'll have an opportunity to play. So that's what I've been focusing on, just making sure that I'm ready to go, ready to play, and ready to contribute in as many ways as I can.
Yeah.
What have you seen so far from some of the newcomers? I mentioned Stephen Ashworth, who kind of take over at the point. Jonathan Lawson coming from Memphis to transfer, and some of the other young guys are coming in.
Yeah, I mean, Stephen's really good. He can really shoot it. Good distributor with the ball too. He's just a good point guard, but having a point guard that can really shoot it really helps too. Obviously,
man, so he can really shoot like that.
Yeah.
I've seen the stats.
You see the stats,
but to hear it, all right.
No, he's got a good looking shot for sure.
Like you look at him and you go, that guy's the real deal.
Yeah, he's really good.
He ain't no Dylan Travis.
He's
not
really
no
good.
Dylan Travis, bro. He gonna always do that.
And then Jonathan too. He's a great kid. Really good
athletic.
Defender. Yeah. He's just gonna be a really good wing too. So,
this is gonna be competitive. I mean, you probably got 9 guys who could play some good minutes
for sure.
It's gonna be really competitive in practice and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing they kind of lacked last year was their depth. So it'll be nice this year to have more depth. Hopefully.
Is there any conversation about where Creighton was last year, Elite 8? Versus you coming in and the new guys coming in the team as a whole now, trying to get back, or are you just kind of day-to-day going through the motions and letting the chips fall?
I'd say more day-to-day, but I mean, the expectations are probably the same. Like, I think we have the pieces to make another Final Four Elite 8 run. Yeah. I mean, we just have a really good team this year and obviously a really good staff, but I think for us, the main thing, like the players told me last year that they were so focused on all these expectations that they had going into the year.
Yeah.
Because everybody thought they were going to be so good, and then they lived up to them.
Yeah. Okay.
But they said earlier in the year when they went on that losing streak, it was mostly because of they were just trying to be so perfect. And this year,
to the expectations.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure. So you got them, but you ain't really.
Yeah, yeah. Just focusing day to day, try to be the best we can.
Okay. Let's go over a little about you. Like, what do you like to do when you're not playing ball?
I like to golf.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
So you watch the US
I tried
Open?
to switch it to the big screen.
No, yeah. Man, watch this US Open, man.
Yeah, like, when he was up, I was watching the US Open a little bit.
Nice.
I like to golf in my free time. It's just relaxing, hang out with friends, family, all that stuff.
Have you went to Top Golf?
I like Top Golf. I like
going out and playing. Yeah.
So, in the hip hop community, whenever somebody like to do something, it's the same word twice. So you like the golf.
Yeah.
You do 18 holes.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Or 36.
Hopefully. I'm going to Top Golf. Sorry.
So are you excited? So I'm always been one of those people, like, I want to see somebody succeed who hasn't gotten there. Ricky Fowler's been on the verge. I mean, first of all, he's always dressing nice. I love the orange. I'm an orange guy. As a Mets fan and stuff, and Syracuse fan. Yeah. But are you cheering for him to win, or does it matter to you who you cheering for this?
I really like Scotty Scheffler.
He's been so good.
Well, obviously he's like the number one in the world, but he's like so outspoken about his faith.
Okay.
Which I really like to see.
Yeah, I can draw him too.
And he just seems like a really good guy. Obviously, I don't know him personally, but he's easy to cheer for.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. What else though? I mean, you're from a small town. How many people are in the town you're from?
Not that small.
Grand Island's not that small.
It's like the fifth biggest city in Nebraska.
Man, it ain't Omaha.
It's like it's not Omaha. It's not Lincoln. It's not Bellevue.
Hey, watch this.
Grand Island.
Watch this. Would you move to Grand Island? Watch them say yeah.
Hold on. It's neither Grand or an island. But I spent a lot of time there.
Hey, I'm not.
My wife's family had people there.
I ain't grissing. Hey, when I was younger, when I used to watch it, my mom.
It's like Aurora.
My mom used to have like the. Yeah, you're right about that. We used to have the news on when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I used to see all the towns outside of Omaha, and I used to think everything was like 200 people.
I think it's like $20,000, right? I think it's like almost 60,000.
60,000.
Oh, look at that. Okay,
it's a big town,
respect.
Man.
I apologize, bro. I apologize, man. My bad.
So my father-in-law lives in St. Paul.
Okay,
Nebraska. And so we go up there quite a bit, and she's got family in Grand Island. And I remember the day you guys got the Freddies. That was huge for Grand Island. They got very excited about the Freddies. Olive Garden came in. That was big too. Yep. You got any food stuff you like to? Would you like to eat a lot?
Yeah, I like Qdoba, Chipotle, those types of places.
You guys love those burritos.
What's better?
I think Qdoba's a little better.
It depends on what you're getting.
You got that what's that sauce I like?
The queso?
Queso sauce.
See, people who like queso, I think, go with the Qdoba.
Yeah.
Both are really good, but those are probably my...
We're not limiting his NIL expectations to either place. If either place wants to give him some money, it's fine.
For sure.
Yeah. So give me kind of like goals. What are you hoping for?
Personally, I'd like to contribute to the team, like by playing this year.
Sure.
That'd be awesome. But if I can't, then I'll just be the best teammate I can be and keep working because I still got 4 years eligibility.
Yeah.
But I mean, team goals is try to make that same run as last year and maybe even go a little bit further. I think that's the ultimate. A Final Four would be awesome.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah. They made history last year, and it'd be cool to like kind of build on that even a little more.
With the way the game is now, somebody your size could play the 3.
Yeah.
Is that your mindset, or you feel like you're more of a 4?
I think I'm more of a 4 because I'm not like the quickest, and some of those 3s that we'll play are really, really quick and super athletic. Okay. So I think the 4 is probably the best for me. I think I guard the 4 the best. Yeah. And then offensively, I think the 4 is the best, with pick and pops and stuff like that.
So it's Trey, Steven, Shireman, Kaluma, and then a 5th, I mean, excuse me. He's the 5th?
No, not Kaluma.
Not Kaluma. I mean Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner's I'm just saying. So that's 4. You the 5th?
We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of other forwards too.
Yeah. How many other 4? How many forwards y'all got?
Well, I would say Jonathan's probably more of like a 3 hybrid. Yeah. And then there's like me, Mason, and Jason Green.
Jason, okay. That's what's up.
And is Vice here yet?
Yes.
Vice. How big is he?
He's pretty big. He's probably about 6'10", but I guess he could be a 4. I'd say he's more of a 5 right now from what I've seen, but I haven't seen him shoot a lot yet, so he could be a stretch 4 too.
Hey,
I don't know.
So growing up, who were your inspirations athletically? Maybe outside of your dad or somebody like that.
Yeah.
And then today, who do you model your game after?
I really like LeBron growing up.
All right. Is he the GOAT?
Yeah.
Man.
Let me test that water.
I'm younger, so
I know you're younger.
I never really got to see Jordan. So
I understand.
He's the go to my generation.
I understand.
But now, honestly, probably Doug McDermott.
Respect.
Yeah, I really love the way he played in college and then now in the NBA.
Yeah.
Obviously a great shooter.
Have you had a chance to talk to him?
I did. I actually met him the other day. That was really cool. Because I grew up watching.
You guys were balling. He was there, right? I thought I saw some video.
Yep. Yeah, I grew up watching him a lot in college, so it was really cool to meet him.
As his teammate, man, I'll tell you this: if there's anything I can pass to you from Doug McDermott, it's his work ethic.
Yeah,
he always was in the gym. He never took a day off, and he did everything he was supposed to do.
Yep.
So as long as you do that, then you're following in the right footsteps for sure.
Yeah, it was great to meet him for sure.
That's awesome, man. Good luck.
Yeah,
welcome back home.
Nice
we appreciate you being back home.
Thanks for having me on,
and thanks a lot for coming on with us.
Yeah, thank you very much,
Isaac Traudt. It's awesome. First of all, you dog his town, which I thought was great. You meet the man, comes immediately, and you're from a little tiny town, you're not from Papillion.
No. Right.
Hey, we want to again. Anything you got?
No, I'm just happy College World Series weekend. Again, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you too.
My mother and father-in-law for getting me this Nike gear.
That's nice.
Here, man. Something quick to put on, man.
I got some socks with my kids' pictures on them.
That's what
you get when you're 53. You don't get no cool Nike
Somebody
stuff.
went through Instagram, right?
It went through something. I don't know where it came from. We want to thank Pat Safford there and Val. I don't even know Val's last name.
Val?
Do you know Val's last name?
Yeah, it's Shafrak, right? Shafak. Oh, I said I put an F.
That's awesome.
No, see.
Sorry.
Look, he trying to diss him. Yeah.
Val Shafak.
It's Shavak.
Shavak.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. And Maddie, of course, who does all of our social media. We appreciate her as well. Isaac Traudt for being on with us.
Real deal.
And don't forget about the real deal, man. Anytime you have the real deal on, things are working good. Dylan Travis as well. We're back tomorrow. I know Gina Mancuso is gonna be on with us.
Yeah.
Recent Hall of Famer, Omaha Sports Commission Hall of Famer. So long time, of course, Nebraska volleyball player and played all over the world.
Yeah.
And she's got big news on a volleyball league coming to Omaha.
I can't wait for that.
The Federation. We'll talk to her about it. That's gonna be awesome. And who's the musician behind it? Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo.
It reminds me of the energy. I feel like anytime Omaha starts a franchise, it's huge. Remember Omaha Nighthawks?
We support everything.
Oh my God.
I was right there in the middle of it. Whether it's the Knights, whoever comes, we support it. Yeah. So we'll be back on Monday again, 5 o'clock live. And then, of course, you can find us on all the social media platforms. Please subscribe to Let It Fly Show, either on YouTube or follow us on Twitter. Be a friend to us on Facebook as well. Josh, take us out.
Hey, it's Josh Jones here. My great friend Michael Severe. You know how we do it. It's Let It Fly Show.